generally every class obviously will have students with different learning abilities. So how do you generally tackle those issues? So what sort of physical infrastructure does the school have at the moment, especially for those parents who didn't visit the campus yet? So is there any kind of support that's being provided for these students, be it in terms of advisory sessions or something of that sort? Hi, welcome to Yellow Slate, your very own school search engine that helps you find the best schools for your kid based on various filters and parameters. Today, we have Ms. Pratibha and Poornima ma'am, who are the vice principals for lower grade and higher grade at Solitaire Global School, which is in Attapur. Let's speak to them and understand the general concerns that parents are likely to have about schools and also understand more about their school in specific. Ma'am, to begin with, can we talk about the school's journey so far? When was it established and how has the school grown over all these years?
The journey for Solitaire Global Schools started in the year 2017, which is the year of conception for us, with our visionary leader, Mr. Murtaza Ali, wanting to establish quality education with the help of a curriculum that would cater to the holistic development of students. That is how the journey has started. And during the pandemic, that is when the need for also focusing on being tech savvy, both for teaching and learning, was identified and taken care of. 400 students, we have grown leaps and bounds over the years, with now intake of over 1,300 students that we have only at our main branch, which is Attapur.
Got it. And speaking about the general concerns that parents are likely to have, ma'am, it usually starts with syllabus. Which syllabus should I join my kid in? So can you tell us which syllabus is being followed at your school and what is the edge that it has over the other syllabus?
We follow IGCSE curriculum overview, and it is completely concentrating on the child's independent as well as to face the real life problems, to think critically. At the same time, to gain the knowledge, we will be affording all students, and the home-based education will be given at EY. At the same time, when we go for the primary, children will be effectively trained on the communication skills, which is, already related to their real life problems to be independent.
Got it. And can you tell us the usual calendar year for this syllabus? What time does the school start, or in which time of the year does the school start? And when do you have the final examinations and the summer holidays?
We will be having the final examinations in the month of March. And coming to the assessments as well as, giving the importance to the evaluations is a continuous process. Our academic year begins in the month of March and April, which again ends in the month of March to April.
Got it. And generally every class obviously will have students with different learning abilities, be it in the lower grades or in the higher grades. So how do you generally tackle those issues where some students have great learning abilities, some students are a little slow in terms of learning? So what kind of approach do you usually follow to cater to those students who are not so great with learning?
Basically, a class will be having a differentiated learning students, wherein as the same, all the fingers are not equal, right? In the same, we also go ahead with the differentiated learning. Like we will be building up with the activities, hands-on learning, at the same time, involvement of the children and interaction during the sessions will be very, apprehensive as well as effective. So we also recognize the students who needs special requirements from the teachers. For them, we will be taking the special care as well as the special classes also.
Got it. And speaking about the lower grades in specific, ma'am, the general terms or jargon that parents come across is Montessori method of education or Waldorf method of education. So can you throw more light into what these education methodologies are and what is being followed at the Solitaire Global School?
Yeah, methodology is nothing but yes, EY, we follow the Montessori and also adopt the Bloom's taxonomy, which is related to the hands-on learning, like fine motor skills as well as eye-hand coordination. We also go ahead with the senses. At the same time, children will do the experiential learning, that is, learning while doing. Whenever they are involved in doing the things, they know better. So we will surely be following all these things, involving the students and making their development as well as the learning in a holistic methods.
Got it. And especially in the higher grades, physical infrastructure, I believe, will play a very vital role in finding the right balance for academic excellence and co-curricular activities. So what sort of physical infrastructure does the school have at the moment, especially for those parents who didn't visit the campus yet? Can you tell more about the kind of infrastructure that you have?
To begin with, we have state-of-the-art library, which has resources which are both fictional, non-fictional, and also resources pertaining to their academic curriculum. And extending to that, we have lab facilities for ICT, physics, biology, and chemistry, which are separate because the requirement for each of these fraternities is different. So we have a customized laboratory wherein the students can learn by experimenting, because doing will have more retention value as compared to just learning it in the classroom. Along with that, we have a very well-equipped playground, because we understand that physical activity and games also play a very important role in the development of a student here. So we make sure that that kind of a balance is provided to them so that they can come, enjoy, learn, and also apply as they learn.
Got it. And this communication between the parent and the teacher, because at the end you both have to work as a nexus for the all-round development of the kid. So how do you ensure that all the parents are always informed, and in case if they have any concerns, you are accessible to them? So what's the mode of communication between the parent and the teacher or the management?
Yeah, well, when we talk about the parent communication, it's an organization where we have the connectedness between the student, teachers, and the parents. We are always available for the parents at the same time to the students in the form giving in the form of a knowledge as well as education, which is benefited for their future. Coming to the communication, what we have is we follow the school apps, wherein we have a Zoho message, which is very, convenient to the parents. It is an app through just like a WhatsApp, wherein the parents will be messaging and we all will be looking after it. And the concerns will be addressed in a day or a couple of days. So as soon as the parent wants to communicate something with regard to any of, either it can be a health or the nodes or whatever it is, that will be addressed in a very few 24 hours, I can say. So we are always connected with our parents, wherein the parents and the students will have a happy journey at Solitaire.
Got it. And especially in the higher standards, ma'am, once they come to 9th and 10th, a lot of kids are anxious about what subjects to choose and what is the way forward after 10th standard. So is there any kind of support that's being provided for these students, be it in terms of advisory sessions or something of that sort?
Absolutely. Something that is interesting in IGCSE is the subject options would start at grade 9 itself, rather than it happening at grade 11 as it happens with your state board or CBSE. So but towards the end of grade 8, our learners, along with the parents, are called in for an orientation session to make them equipped with the subject options that the students would have as they progress to grade 9, and also how the students' progression would be once they have completed grade 10. Then at 11th and 12th, we call them as AS and A level under IGCSE. So we would also tell them what would be the journey ahead if they want to go ahead and pursue their undergraduate programs with these universities located in India as well as abroad. So a thorough support system is Solitaire, which takes care of all the kinds of requirements, right from understanding the orientation which the student has, the kind of syllabi which the student would be looking into, and how would be the opportunities which the student can encash upon in the near future.
Great. That's so nice to hear. And before we wind up, in case if somebody wants an admission at Solitaire, what sort of admission process do you have? Is there any examination that the student has to appear to, or and also importantly, in which time of the year should they come and reach out to the school?
Pertaining to the admission, don't have a sort of examination, but yes, we do have a small assessment just to make us understand the child, how far the caliber and the capabilities of the child does he or she possess, so that we can effort from our end. So this is what the procedure we follow before we confirming the admission.
And which time of the year should they reach out to the school?
In the month of November and December.
Got it. Thank you so much for all the information, ma'am. We will definitely reach out to you again and speak a lot more about Solitaire School and other general aspects that parents are likely to know while joining their kid. And on behalf of all those parents, thank you so much, because a lot of inputs and opinions that you shared about the school will be of great help for parents looking out for an admission, not just in Solitaire, but in any good school in your locality. Thank you very much for that.